Hey, welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I've got my very special guest, Mr. Johnny
What
Clash,
up?
the current Creator Pro champion. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Glad to have you
Happy
on.
to be here at VP Dub.
VP Doug, this is your first time here, right?
Yeah, first time.
Cool. All right. You ready?
I'm ready. Gonna
Let's
take
go.
Mr. Tibbs championship tonight.
Oh, you hear that, Tibbs? Wherever you are out there. All right. Tell me about your love for Funkos.
Funkos. Oh my God. I have
That
about
was the wrong question, but go ahead.
close to 100 probably, which is I've seen guys that have walls of them. I like to let them breathe. I do not. I keep the boxes.
Me too.
'Cause-
I'm a collector too.
Do you keep them in the box or out of the box?
In the box.
I'm out of the box.
You're out of the box?
Out of the box, but I keep the box.
Oh, so you flatten them?
No, I have like this space underneath my bed, and they fit perfectly, so they don't bend or anything. But I actually found out that people buy the boxes,
They do.
so slowly, oh, you want to see them punk box? Here you go. But I started with the DC collector's box, the Legends box, so that kind of started my collection. But once I canceled that, I was like, all right, I gotta buy more. So now every time I go somewhere, I'm coming back.
More Funkos? I hear you, man. They're very addictive. Dude, I have like close to 1,000 of them. Oof. It's crazy.
I was in Salem and there was an entire store just for Harry Potter merchandise. So I bought like the complete set.
The complete set, of course. That's awesome. I always love to meet fellow Funko.
It's a weird thing to like, but once you
It is.
start, that's it.
When I had Casey on, she's a Funko girl too.
Oh yeah?
She collects them too, so it was crazy. All right, so what inspired you to be a wrestler?
I mean, everyone's gonna say I was a fan from when I was little, which I was. But to me, watching wrestling, I was like, this is never gonna happen. Like, I can never do this. I specifically remember watching a SmackDown or something, watching Randy Orton. I think he gave his power slam, and I was like, I physically could never do that. Like, I don't know how these guys do that. But then it was WrestleMania here in New York last time. I was with my friend from Canada, and just the whole experience of being there. I knew that I started at House of Glory before I was at Creator Pro for a little bit, and I knew the school existed, and he's the one that kind of pushed me like we're here. Like, do you see what these people are doing? NXT had just started, so they were the ones doing the access matches. A lot of guys we didn't even know yet. Like, NXT wasn't what it was.
Right.
So for me, seeing what guys not on the main stage could do, that kind of drew me in. It was only like a month or two later that I signed up for wrestling school.
Cool. Who has been your all-time favorite wrestler?
The Stinger.
The Stinger.
A man called Sting. 100%.
100%.
100%.
Did you put on the paint and everything?
No, I had the costume when I was little for Halloween, but it came with a mask, which was cooler than the paint because it was like it molded to his face, so I wore that. But I had the giant trench coat and everything.
Cool. Have you ever had a chance to meet him?
No, which is the crazy part because I've been in the same spot as him. I've been to like Impact tapings where I've seen him. I've been to WWE stuff where I've seen him. I'm not one to go up to someone.
Right.
I'm now, especially that I'm at work, I don't want to go up to someone. I know what it's like. No, but I get my friends buy me autographs and stuff. Like if they're at Comic-Con, like, oh look, Sting was here, happy birthday. And I'm like, oh great, you guys met Sting. I didn't meet Sting.
Do you have the Funko signed by him?
Not signed.
No.
I have the Crow Sting Funko.
You do?
Yeah, I have about 30 Sting action figures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. All right. What does being Cap Champion mean to you?
This logo is literally everything to me. This is my livelihood. This is what I've worked for. Winning it the first time, I mean, for my fiance, she's not a big wrestling fan. She's like, she got choked up because she saw how I got choked up, which sounds silly because it's a hunk of metal and leather, but to know how hard I worked for the past 5 years of Creator Pro,
Right.
to finally get that one moment, it was, it's like, look at that. Look at that. You see that?
Goosebumps?
That's like legit right now.
Yeah, I saw they did a highlight reel for you too, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's about time. It's like the past 3 years. I was like, here, take all my matches.
Who has been your mentor in wrestling?
Mentor, obviously, Pat Buck and Brian Myers, 100%. I owe my entire career to them. They've been like dads, brothers, whatever you want to say, close friends. Other than that, I mean, I learned everything from them too. Alex Reynolds, BSK, Tibbs, just working with those guys weekly. it just elevates you.
So I bet you're waiting for Kurt Hawkins pop, right?
Oh my god, that would be great.
I know they have a rider one.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, me too. You know, there's a limited one.
Yeah, I love that gear too.
You have the limited one?
Yeah, but
Oh, man.
the purple and white, right?
No, it's a green
No?
one.
Oh, no.
It's like 500.
Because
They only made 500.
no, because his WrestleMania gear was so much cooler.
Yeah,
so I wanted that one.
that's the convention one.
But
yeah,
I did get the Kurt Hawkins action figure. I got the Chase in the black gear because I helped design that gear.
Oh,
so
really?
I was like, I need this.
All right, awesome. See that he just helped
There you
design
go.
the gear.
There you go.
There you go. What type of match would you like to be in that you haven't been in?
Really on top of my list was the Last Man Standing match because that was my favorite match growing up watching, which I've done. I did the dog collar match, but I think I really need a ladder match and a cage match before I could call it quits whenever that happens. So let's make those happen.
Let's make it happen.
I grew up watching Jeff Hardy, mimicking Jeff Hardy, everything he did. Me and my friend jumping off of our little step stools in my basement onto the couch. So, yeah, I need a ladder match.
That's awesome. All right, ladder match. Bryce's favorite match was the barroom brawl.
Don't listen to anything Bryce.
It's like the barroom brawl, man. Who would you like to face that you haven't faced yet?
Well, Tibbs is one. I faced him tonight. Yeah. So I faced him in a fatal four-way. I think I capped a triple threat, but getting that one-on-one is pretty cool. I want VSK again because I wrestled him when I was fairly new. I don't remember it much because it was like on a private show. It wasn't for a crowd. It was for like a birthday party. And that's the one I feel like will elevate everyone that he gets in the ring with. So other than that, I have to say Kurt Hawkins.
Hawkins?
Because it was supposed to happen before he got signed back to WWE. And
here we go.
that is Eric James's ass.
Thank you, Eric James.
That was his butthole in my face.
I'll put a warning up.
So I was supposed to face Kurt Hawkins at WrestlePro, and then he ended up, I don't know why he would do this. He got signed to WWE again, and it never happened. But the funny thing is, I was on a big losing streak at WrestlePro, and then he was on the big losing streak, so I feel like that could have been a cool story to carry over.
Okay. Who would break that streak first, right?
I did break mine at
you
WrestlePro.
broke yours, obviously,
Took a while.
But at the time, it would have been
right.
Tell me about your rivalry with Bear Bronson, especially that brutal dog collar match that I witnessed.
You know, he's an asshole. Plain and simple. Every time I hear his name, my blood starts boiling. I am beyond thrilled that I took this out of his hands because everything that Creative Pro represents is not Bear Bronson, it's Johnny Clash.
Okay. You hear that, Bear Bronson? How do you feel about the Shook crew?
We have our differences, you know? I'm impartial to the Shook crew. I get along great with Bobby. The other two are kind of assholes, you know? I just think Bobby doesn't know where he is half the time, so yeah, he doesn't even know who I am.
Got it.
Yeah, but I like hanging out with Bobby Jr. more. But
All right. What has been your most difficult match?
difficult, like a difficult challenge, or the whole thing in general, or
It could be.
me and Alex Reynolds had a really competitive match at Nassau Community College for the CAP title. That's probably one of my favorites. Also one I wish that I did a little bit more with, just a little more creativity. It was one of my first matches as champion, so I think the whole nerve thing played a difference. Challenging in like a nerve sense, other than that, I feel like the first match at Pro, which is the first one my family and everyone came to, it's just the whole thing in general.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool just seeing like, hey guys, I've been gone all week, I've been traveling, this is finally the payoff, like you're finally seeing what I've been working for. That was cool.
It must be difficult to perform in front of your family as well, you know?
It is, especially because they refuse to boo you no matter what, especially mom,
Got it.
which is cool. Love you, mom.
I hear you. Who has been your toughest opponent?
I hate saying Bear Bronson.
Yes, but you can say it.
I guess.
Bear Bronson.
I guess. Yeah.
He's your toughest guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate him.
Sorry, Bear. I'm not just
No, I'm
asking
not
the
sorry.
questions. I'm just asking the questions, buddy. What has been your best fan interaction?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
Really? Me? You know Bryce's mentor.
Then not anymore.
Well, that's what he said. I was his mentor.
The Creative Pro fans are super cool. I think my favorite fan interaction was at the Izod Center. I was doing extra work for WWE, and there was a group of people out there who actually knew who the CAP students were.
Oh,
We
really?
were heading back there. Same with the Barclays Center. So it's kind of weird, but it's cool at the same time.
They're like, I know you, you're Johnny Clash.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, can we get a picture with like the whole CAP crew? And we're just like, we're not like, we don't work here. Like, no, please stop. But
Have
no,
you ever like bumped into somebody like at a store or something?
Yeah.
They're like, you're Johnny Clash.
a lot actually, because you know we're local. So you see guys in like Target. There's one guy specifically. He works in Target. I see him every time.
It's like Johnny Clash.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
No, it's cool though.
It's awesome.
It's cool that it is that close to everything, and there's people that could come. And, you know, like just on Long Island in general, there's
Right.
going to be people that know who you are. That's one of the coolest things about it.
It's awesome. Yeah, I would think the same thing. That'd be really cool.
It's nothing you ever expect.
Right. Cool. All right, you ready for my last question? Dun, 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 the end is coming. What does the future hold for Johnny Clash?
Well,
Could it be another title?
it could be another title tonight.
Could be.
It could be holding on to this title for as long as possible, which I plan on doing. But we'll just have to wait and find out. Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open for Johnny Clash. Where are you going to be next after VPW tonight?
We have Create Pro Wrestling on March 24th, where I will be facing a new up-and-comer, Aaron Rourke. He's about 6 months into the business, but I'm telling you right now, document this. In another year or two, he's going to be the next Will Ospreay.
Nice.
After that, Creative Pro Wrestling will be back in Lynbrook, New York on April 26th. And again on May 31st, where we have Sean Spears, aka Ty Dillinger's first indie appearance.
That is awesome. That's a great coup. Congratulations, Johnny. You know, I'm a fan, first of all. I've been a fan of yours. And I was just so glad to have you on my podcast.
Anytime. I'll tell Johnny Collins you said what up.
I'm going to get you, Johnny.
All right, I'll go now.
I'm going to get you. All right. Thank you guys very much.